Hello, you guys. So, if you are watching this on your snow day, virtual day, I hope you're staying warm. I'm currently snuggled up in a blanket while I write these for you guys. So, kind of a crazy weekend we've had. So, you guys, we're going to start Unit 5 and we're going to switch it up and basically kind of do the reverse. So we've been talking about graphing in all of Unit 4, took our test over how to graph and do the slope and figure out from the equation of slope-intercept form. And now we're going to completely reverse it, and we're going to start giving you guys pieces of the equation that you have to solve for in order to actually write the final equation. So kind of going a little bit in reverse with this. To get started, though, for 5.1, we're going to kind of do a little bit of a review and actually go back to graphing. So just kind of review your skills, make sure you remember what these are all about and what we're looking for before we move on. So let's just kind of go back and talk about a couple of things here. Slope-intercept form, of course, is your y equals mx plus b. That's our basic equation. Your m is your slope, so hopefully you remember all of that. Rise over run, nothing has changed in that respect. Rise, remember, goes up or down based on whether it's positive or negative, and run is to the right. Now, we have learned in the other lessons that if you can't go down and right or up and right, you can always reverse it and get the exact same line. As long as your points make an exact straight line, whether it's this way or you have to go this way, as long as they create that straight line, it doesn't matter one way or the other. Okay? Your b value then is your y-intercept. Remember, this is always on the y-axis. Okay, and we did learn that sometimes this can be at an actual number. It can be at 0, 0, or if it's an x equals equation, remember this is our vux, it can be on the x-axis. So all those things that we've talked about in the past, okay? Your Hoy, your vux, all those things are still going to be into play, okay? So, a couple of steps here. Find 2 points in the line, including the y-intercept. You have to have 2 or you can't make a line. Get the y-intercept, right? So we're going to write it down. This is going to be our 0, comma, whatever that y value is. Use your 2 points to identify the slope and be sure to simplify it. Okay, so our slope is going to be our rise over run, right, that we do. And then substitute m and b into your equation once you found them. So y equals mx plus b. We're leaving y and x alone for this one, and we're just plugging in the m and b for whatever we find. Okay? All right, so let's fill our first one down here. So remember, you're looking to put points wherever it crosses the line. Okay, so I know that, actually, I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. Okay, I know that on here, this is my y-intercept right here where it crosses the y-axis. That's -2. So my b equals 0, -2. Okay, change my line thickness here. Oops, not that. Okay, and then I also know that I'm looking along this this line here for wherever it crosses another one of those corners. Okay, so if I want it to do that, I need it to have an exact corner. So like right there would work, right here would work, right here. Any of those are fine. Okay, so if I'm doing that, I have to count. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. Okay, and my slope becomes 3 over 1, which equals 3. Okay, so here's my m, here's my b. I'm plugging into y equals mx plus b. So I've got y equals m is 3, so 3x plus b, but this is actually a -2, so I'm going to put -2. And there's my answer, my equation that matches the graph over here. So you get your y-intercept, you find your points, you get your slope. Once you have m and b, you can plug them into the equation where they belong. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Sorry, get these a little bit bigger so you can just see better. Okay, so same thing. Start with my y-intercept, which appears to be right here. Even though that's kind of covered up, you can see that that is -3. So my b value equals 0, -3. The next place along the line I can put a point is here, or I could put one here, or I could put one back here. Any of them is fine. I'm going to go up and right to get there. So up 1 over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 1/3. I have my m, I have my b. Let's plug them into the equation. So y equals m is 1/3. X stays the same. And again, it says plus b, but mine is -3, so -3. Perfect. Good job. Okay, hopefully this is coming back to you. We've already done this. See if I can get my screen to cooperate here. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So again, same thing here. If I were to just talk about where I have my y-intercept is right here, right? So my b equals 0, 8, right? I can put my points anywhere along this line, right? They're all happening. So hopefully you're noticing that this is a special case, and it is a horizontal line, which means this is a HOI, right? So to prove it to you, if you wanted to go rise over run, I'm not going up and down at all to get over here. I'm just going to the right. So if I'm going up none, that would be 0, over 1. Well, 0 divided by 1 is 0. If my slope is 0 and I plug it into this guy, right, I don't write y equals 0x plus 8. We've never done that. That's out. So we're left with y equals 8. That's your HOI, your y equals equation that crosses only the y-axis, and it goes horizontally across. Okay? Good job. Be thinking about that for when you see a Vux line and how it's different. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right. Again, I'm going to try to dial into this a little bit so you can see. All right. We cross here. So my b value is 0, 3. Okay. The next place it crosses looks to be right here. And then maybe again right here. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to go down and right this time. Down means we went negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4. -4. 1, 2, 3. So my slope is -4 over 3. I can't simplify that, so I know it's okay. So when I go to plug it in, y equals mx plus b, my m value is -4 over 3. X stays the same, and my b value is +3. Okay. On the back side, now we have one that's straight up and down. So we have, hopefully, what you're thinking, a vertical line. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is a Vux. Now let's remember what that means. Vux means it's vertical line with undefined slope, and it crosses only the x-axis. So when we start thinking about B and M, right? B means where does it cross the y-axis? Well, it doesn't. So there's nothing I can even put here. It doesn't even have one. The slope isn't a number. It's simply, it's simply undefined. You guys just had this on your test. So that's why this one is incredibly special, because we can't even put y equals. It only crosses the x, which means this is an x equals equation. It crosses at 6, so that's our number. Okay, so try to remember what that VUX stands for, and it will help you when you go to write these out. Okay? Think about it every time. Don't get in a hurry. Okay, we have 2 more. So this one, if we have y-intercept crosses at the origin, so my b value is 0, 0. Be thinking about what that means. And then it appears I can put a point at every single corner. So it doesn't matter which one, as long as you simplify. So if I'm going to go down 1 and right 1, down is a negative. So my slope is negative 1 over 1, which equals negative 1. So if I'm going to plug it in, y equals m, which is negative 1, x. So I can put the 1 or I don't have to. But this is plus 0, and we don't put plus 0 out here, right? So it's just y equals negative x. I wouldn't count it wrong necessarily if you put negative 1x plus 0, but it should not, it should look weird, and we've done lots of these now, so this shouldn't be new. Okay? All right, last one, and you're going to do this one by yourself. So pause the video, do this one by yourself. I'll do it too, and then you can check yourself. Okay? Pause now. Okay, let's check to see if you got it right. So, negative 6 should be your B. So 0, comma, negative 6. I can put a point. Oh, this one's kind of tricky. Doesn't do a good job of going directly through a line, does it? How about we do this and this, since it looks a little bit off. Sorry about that. We'll go up to right 3. So my slope is 2 over 3. So y equals 2/3 x minus 6. Okay? Sorry if that tricked you up a little bit. It doesn't go exactly to the corner. So, all right. Let's do your homework. Let me know if you have any questions, but this should be complete review as you move forward. Okay? Good job.